Hello, everyone. This is ReneePiane, and it's our holiday week here in the United States. Anybody from Italy? This is myself, Renee, the love designer, and Clayton, my handsome co-host. And this is week 10 of Get Real About Love, and it's 4th of July here in America. So I'm getting in the spirit, and I'm getting ready for a vacation. So I'm getting all of my tools together. And Clayton, last week, you joined me on my Flirting with Life class. So what did you think? I mean, you really, did you learn any new tricks?
Well, I learned that the ladies are as curious about it as men are, you know, in terms of what's effective and how to engage a lady in interesting conversation to see if there's any chemistry, see if there's a nice vibration there, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in pheromones and that vibration, I think, is all critical. It doesn't really matter how attractive a woman is. If I don't find a resonance on that level, it's probably not going to last very long for me. And that was one of the hardest things, actually, to give up in this relationship that just finished, because I felt like I had a very close relationship there. There was a very similar vibration, and that was very delightful to find.
Well, there's a lot of delightful people that are going to be out over this 4th of July. A lot of people have off. I know we've been off, but when it is, we're hoping that the country can unite in celebration for the fact that we are free in America. And despite the challenges with our politics between the different, I don't even want to get into all that, but this is more about, you know, really being grateful for living in America and trying to make things better, you know, between Black Lives Matter. I just really think it was really cool. A lot of the support that this country's in a big change and transition, and I think that everybody's becoming more united, and I'm hoping that it stays peaceful. But as 4th of July comes, I have always say that this holiday, when I was a single woman, was the easiest and most fun time. Besides the Christmas holidays. I think Christmas and 4th of July are the two favorites for me to get people together to flirt. So this weekend, I'm going to talk to you guys about some of these techniques. Now, Clayton, you were talking about the grocery store. Like I always say to the women, the men are always at the grocery store after, you know, like at dinner time alone with their little one basket with their one single meal. Now, how do you feel about a woman saying something to you at the grocery store? Do you ever flirt at the grocery store? Because I think it's
sure. You know, it's you know, people are where you find them. You know, I've met potential dating partners in the most unlikely of places, and I think it's really a question of, are you open to, you know, have some fun, you know, share a piece of your day with someone that you don't know. And it may go somewhere, it may not. In fact, most of the time it doesn't. But you get a little idea about what that person's vibration is, and you know, they communicate very nonverbally as well. The way a woman stands, the way she talks to you, if she, you know, she faces you with her body, you know, or she's afraid of you and she gives you her shoulder. There's all sorts of signals that, if you're paying attention, a woman will communicate to a man very clearly whether she's attracted or not.
Well, I will, if anyone is listening, if you email me, I'll put a little link here, and I will give you my free Flirting with Life techniques. I'll give you 44. Did you get it? My little packet that I sent you? I sent you you probably didn't read it. It's 42 pages about flirting with life. Yes. And one of the most important things is every single day. Now I'm getting a little jazzy here because I'm going to wear these earrings probably in this
earrings. Whoa!
These earrings I got on a vacation, and they're my favorite. And whenever I wear them, people always say, "Wow, look at those earrings." So if you're getting ready, like guys, like Clayton has that cross on. If I saw you at a store in that handsome white shirt with that cross, I would say, "Oh my God, where did you get that cross? It's gorgeous. Like, is that from? It looks like it's from somewhere special. Where did you get that?"
Yeah,
so it's not Italian. Like it's Italian. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful silver backings. It's just beautifully made.
And it's the blue that you like. It's part of his logos and everything. But it's something that, you know, it's an unusual piece for a man to wear, that big of a cross. But I love unusual pieces. So when I find them, don't be afraid to be bold. Like, wear colors. Red is a color that men are attracted to. Men are notoriously attracted to red, electric blue, purple. They like color. And I wear a lot of black. So I mix my black with accessories of color. And I talked about it on my Flirting with Life class, my scarves and hats and accessories and glasses. Make a statement with what you wear every day, because it's not just about going to a party. It's not just about going to an event. It's about life itself. I'm talking Trader Joe's, you know, like with your masks. Where's my little mask I just had here? I have a mask that matches my outfit. Of course, I can't find it right now. It has hearts on it. People have these really creative masks, so that's been my new thing. I'm like, where did you get that mask? It's so cool.
Fashion masks, yeah.
These guys have these big teeth on them and these skeletons, and I'm like, so you're a scary guy. You're like a scary mask. So I'm trying to use whatever situation is going on. So now you live in Redondo Beach, don't you find that going to parks and the beach and places like that create?
Well, I do. I go down usually at the end of my day. It's a nice demarcation between the evening and the work day. I go down and I walk on the beach or on the boardwalk. You know, I'll maybe sometimes go down for a skate or jump in the water for a bit, but I really bond with the ocean. And that seems to be a place where people are a little more relaxed. They're coming off a volleyball game or coming out of a restaurant with friends or just walking along, enjoying the sunset. You know, and if you're open, I think that's the biggest thing. If you're open to just sharing a little bit of yourself, you can make a new friend. And it may be a romantic equation, you know, most of the time it's not. But I find
one of the biggest barriers that stops people from meeting.
Right.
They're on the beach, they're walking, and they're looking down, and they're not looking up, and they're not connecting with people, or they're sitting on the beach on their phone the whole day. When you go to restaurants, people are on the phone. It's terrible. And if there was a video that came out a couple years ago called Look Up, and it was a couple that was walking across the street from one another, and they were both on the phone. If they hadn't have been on the phone, they looked up and they could have just seen each other. You know, it's really about not using just social media to stay connected, but connect with actual humans every day, right? And then there's going to be beach parties. People are having distancing parties. And this is my great advice I want to give, is that if you go to a party and everybody brings something normally, people are bringing food to a party, and I just had a few people here at my house yesterday, and we sat distance from each other. So small parties are happening. You could bring something to the host, and then help in the kitchen with whoever is having the party, because usually when people come, they go to the kitchen and they go, hi, and then you're in the kitchen. You get to meet every single person that comes to a party without having to feel that awkwardness of.
Tony Robbins, you know, talks about this a lot. He says, when you come on the give, you set yourself apart from the average person who is usually thinking about, who am I going to meet at this party? You know, what kind of food do they have? Do they have the wine I like? You know, it's a little bit self-centered. But if you walk in going, how can I be of assistance here? How can I be of contribution to someone's life? Maybe there's someone here who's in pain, who needs a kind ear and a friendly, you know, smile. And to look for those opportunities, I think it resonates to everyone around that you're coming from a different place. And I want to know that guy. I've occasionally felt that about a lady that I've met at a party. You know, she's just acting different than all the other women. It's not so much about what fashion she's wearing or you know, is anybody looking, you know, or I can't believe what he just
vibe. It's the vibe.
Yeah, I'm picking up a kind, loving vibration. And that's really important for me to discover in a woman.
Set your attitude before you leave. Wear things that make you feel really great. And sometimes men, they don't think that what they wear makes a difference, but it really does. Like shirt, that shirt in particular, you have some blue shirts, and I love white shirts on men. There's just something about it. It's like a confidence thing.
I've got something for you.
What is it?
This goes excellent with my white shirt. And when I wear this down on the beach, so many women suddenly feel a right to talk to you because it's different. They go, wow, that's a cool hat.
We talked about the hats on the Flirting with Life. If you wear something unique,
yeah.
Like hats are my thing. I have a red, like tilted hat and a black and white hat. I met a boyfriend wearing a captain's hat. Now, wouldn't you want to talk to this guy? I would want to talk to him anyway. Well, but wearing that hat, it's like, who the hell is this guy wearing this crazy captain's hat?
It's like, this guy's got, maybe not all of his oars in the water, but I'm going to take a chance. It just says something about your playfulness, I think. And that's why I always love costume parties. It just seems to take people mentally to a different place. And it's a little easier to kind of break through the ice and at least find out who somebody is. And then you decide later if you're intrigued to make anything out of it or not. But it just, I think it adds a lot of freshness, as you were saying about in your flirting class, to just wear something special, give a lady something to at least go, hey, that's really different. Well,
people need to be brave. It's about taking risks and not caring about any results. You're giving love. You're saying a compliment. Like, I always talk to old ladies. I see these cute little old ladies, and we have all these older people in my community, and they all wear these cute little hats and little dresses. And I go, you look really pretty today. And they go, oh, I do? Nobody's complimented me since I was a young girl. And I said, well, I still see it, sister. And they laugh, and then people hear me complimenting, and they're like, who are you anyway? I go, I'm just out spreading the love. Why don't you try it, right? So this week, try spreading love to 3 strangers today. They're not maybe people you're trying to pick up or people you want to meet, or even if you see somebody. Let me tell you, this is a cool story. My husband met one of my best friends at the gym one week. I met her boyfriend the same week because I smiled at him and said hello. I was walking by and he was so handsome. And I said, God, I said, God, you have a great smile. And he said, so do you. And he goes, who are you? I said, I'm ReneePiane. And I said, are you single? And he said, no. And I said, because I'm having these networking events and I'd love to invite you. Darn. And he goes, well, I'm in love. And I said, well, so am I. I'm not trying to pick you up. I connect people. So anyway, he took my card and I invited him, and Joe came home and had her card and he had my card, and he said, I met this girl. She goes, I met her husband at the gym. So we met. Now her party was on 4th of July. That's why I'm telling this story. So she called me and she goes, I heard you met my boyfriend and I met your husband the same week. I think there's no accident. So let's meet. So she invited me to her 4th of July party. I brought a flag, I brought cake, I brought stuff. And we have become like sisters. So take risks, take chances. Now that captain hat that you have, I was filming a television show with it on, which I love. And I went into it was on Santa Monica Promenade, right outside of the Broadway Grill. I had to go to the bathroom. We had our camera crew out in the street. And I said, I got to pee, right? So I run in and I got this captain's hat on. And this handsome dude sees me and he goes, aye, Captain. He goes, can I ride on your boat sometime? And I was like, whoa. So I go, I'll be right back, right? So I come back and I go, I'm taping a television show about love. And he goes, well, I'm trying to pick you up, Captain. And I said, well, here's my card. Call me. So anytime you see somebody that you like, even if you don't know if they're single, if there's a magical sparkle thing going on, walk up and say, I don't know who you are, but I see something. I don't know what it is about you, but here's my card. Just call me, and walk away if you have to go. Or if you don't like somebody, my famous Flirting with Life, I used to go to bars by myself for happy hour to meet my blind dates on Match. And I'd go an hour to 45 minutes early, and I'd sit at the bar by myself, and guys would come in and I go, are you Bob? And they go, no. And they go, are you here on a blind date? And I go, yeah. And they go, I wish I was Bob. So I would get 2 dates for the price of one. I meet one guy earlier, and then the other guy would come. Girl. So I'm here to invite. What?
I'm not a bar guy,
No, but I mean, I didn't know anyone in LA, and I actually was on. I was doing personal ads, and personal ads you had to write to someone originally back in the early 90s, that before Match.com came out. You had to write into personal ads, and then you could meet people. So I was meeting people in personal ads in popular happy hours. I'd go to happy hours. Happy hours are an easy place to meet people, I think.
Yeah.
But parties this weekend, the beach, parks, there's all sorts of things. There's not a lot of festivals going on 4th of July, unfortunately,
Well, I just
this
learned
year.
that they closed the bars in LA County today too, or yesterday, for the foreseeable future, because they've become apparently a problem with the COVID infection. People just acting very cavalier in there.
However, if you are a person that likes to bring people together like me, you could host a 5 to 6, 8 people party and have everyone bring a single friend and have everybody bring food, and you meet at the beach and you have blankets 6 feet apart. And it really is fun. We've been doing that in Las Vegas at our other home. We met some neighbors and we all had these social distance blankets. And then all these other people were like, who are you people? You look like you're so much fun. And the other tip is, if you go to an event or a party and you have a good camera on your phone, you can say, I want to take pictures. And if you see people that you like, you take pictures and say, I'll send you the pictures if you give me your email and your phone number. And that's how people get connected. So that's how I used to meet people, was I gave of my time, I gave of my love and my service at an event, volunteer for meetups, be the person to sign people in for walks or whatever. And as events are going to eventually start coming back, you can call people that have events like me and say, I'd like to volunteer, get dressed up and come and sign all the single people in. So Clayton, I know this weekend we won't be around, but when we get back, I'm going to invite him to some parties with some people so that I can introduce him to some new people too. It's important to build a social network.
Well,
so
yeah,
what would you say now, Clayton? We talked about that. We talked about people getting back in the game, and you're getting back in, and a step by step building your network here back in the U.S. since you were gone for a while, right?
Yeah.
So.
And I'm going to be leaving again soon for another project. So while I'm here, I want to use my time, very sweetly and honorably, and it feels good, all the self work that I've done, per your counseling, and it feels so good to love everyone around you, even the person that you're breaking up with, and to not make it about acrimony, but sometimes timing is really the most critical thing in two people getting together. It's not always spot on.
Well, with that said, that's why it's good to have a core group of friends to support you if you are going through a transition in a relationship. Anyone that's out there, if you go to this link that I'm going to put on here, there's a page that says, if you've seen me on a radio show or you saw me somewhere, sign up and get these gifts, and I'll send you a PDF. It might be after 4th of July, because I'm going to be away, or I'll get my assistant to send them over to you. But I'm here to invite all of you to stay open to love no matter what is going on in the world, whether we're wearing masks or not. Try to lighten up in your mind and think about that all of us are feeling that little bit of angsting about being, having to stay home a little bit more. And when you are out, you can use your surroundings of a grocery store, a liquor store, a 99-cent store, wherever you are. Some of the stores are open. I met a lot of nice people yesterday as I was out doing some shopping to get ready for my my trip, and people were so much nicer. You just say, good morning, how are you doing? Aren't you so happy that we're out?
Yeah, just being human and breaking through the sort of artificial mask wall, and just greeting people warmly. They can tell by your eyes that you're smiling, usually. So yeah,
right. The eyes, like people. I have this technique I used to teach in my classes. When you're looking at people, you're actually sending energy. And I don't know if you can feel mine from here, but like if I look at Clayton, you can kind of feel me even through Zoom, right? So most people can't hold a gaze more than 3 seconds. They get nervous, so they look down. So when people are flirting, they look at you, and then they get nervous and they smile. They usually get red in the face, and then they look back, and then they look away. That's what people do. So if somebody's doing that, you can say, I saw you looking at me, or you could go like this, do one of these. And then you say, like, let's talk, because right now that's all we have is our eyes. So I was out this morning getting breakfast after a dentist appointment, and I saw this girl, and she had this cute mask on. I said, I love your mask. And then I said, are you smiling under there? And I said, I can tell by your eyes, because you can see the little twinkle and the little wrinkles around people's eyes when they smile.
Sure.
So
Hear
notice
your voice
things.
too.
Energy, voice, smile, and openness. So those are your keys for this 4th of July, no matter what part of the world you're in. And Clayton, I'm so proud of you for all the healing that you're doing, and the people that help. Were well, it's my honor to help anyone that's going through a heartbreak. This weekend would be a great time to pick up Get Real About Love. And
by the way, I want to just indicate people that it's available on Kindle as well. Yeah. And, you can go on Amazon, for example, pay your money and be the best 10, 15 bucks you ever spent. And you can be reading it within minutes.
And if anybody orders my book and you email me personally at ReneePiane or ReneePiane@gmail, my assistant over 4th of July will send you the vows that go with the book. This helps you to stay committed to your heart, right, and to open your heart to love and to be really honest.
I'm going to post that in my bathroom because it really is powerful to just say, this is what I want in my life. And I'm not going to settle, I'm not going to settle for crumbs. I'm not going to settle for someone who's, attractive but not available, or, whatever. It really helps you keep your principles straight. And to be loyal also to the little guy inside, who's a very emotional part of each of us, the little girl inside of you. And we need to avoid throwing them under the bus when we get involved with someone.
That part of ourselves during holidays and times that you're alone, you have to integrate that little girl with your big girl and say, we are going to have fun this weekend. And right, make sure that you're nurturing that part of yourself as you go through transition, and get support, So my life has been dedicated to this. I feel like I'm so passionate about it. And this week I'm going to be staying with good friends that one guy was really afraid of getting married, and I helped him to blast open his fears, and they've been married for 3 years, and we're going to their beautiful home to celebrate their wedding anniversary.
Back east somewhere?
Yeah, we're going back east. Every time, no matter where I am, I end up doing love stuff everywhere I go. It's like people find out that I am who I am, and they're like, you need to go talk to her because she can help you with this. So I'm ending up, like having cocktails, and the guy's like, this situation, I'm in this situation, right?
We can talk about that for, I've got to go. I've got an appointment.
He's got an appointment. I got to go. But we had to spread the love before 4th of July. So, got to go. I'm in a crazy mood now. Whoa, got to go. So have a happy 4th. Read the information below, and I will give you the link so you can get free gifts. You just have to sign up, and we'll send it to you as soon as we can. Happy 4th of July, Clayton. Happy 4th of July. And keep your heart open to love. And anybody that orders my book, I will give you the vows too. So lots of love to everybody, and love does work. That's all I can say.
Get real about love.
Get real about love, baby. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.